In today's video, we'll be showing you how to accept Bitcoin payments to your Ghost block. We will be doing that through BTCPay Server, which is, like Ghost, an open source and self-hosted payment processor. It will allow you to accept Bitcoin payments with no fees, no third party, and no intermediary, where payments from your Ghost readers, members, or donors will arrive directly to your wallet, all through the self-hosted and open source invoicing system of BTCPay Server. In this video, we will show you 3 ways to accept Bitcoin in Ghost. First one will be through donations. Then we will show you how to accept it as a paywall, basically protecting your content until people donate or pay in Bitcoin to read the articles. And the third one would be to manage memberships in Ghost. Before we proceed into the tutorial, there are a few prerequisites that you should be aware of. First and foremost, you will need to have a Ghost account, self-hosted or the one hosted at ghost.org. You will need BTCPay Server, self-hosted or the one hosted by a third party. And you will need to create already a store into BTCPay Server and set up a wallet. If you are unfamiliar with this part of BTCPay Server, don't worry, I will forward some links in the description of this video that will guide you how to deploy your own BTCPay Server or how to register to a third-party host hosting BTCPay Server so that you can accept Bitcoin payments. With these prerequisites in mind, it's also always good to mention that you should always check out our documentation. Unlike the videos, which can sometimes get outdated, we do our best as an open source community to update the documentation. So as you follow along this video, always make sure to go to docs.btcpayserver.org and check out if something is changed or deviates from the video that you're watching. Maybe Ghost change interface or BTCPay Server change something. So always make sure to check the docs as we move into the tutorial. So the initial setup will be the same regardless of your use case. Donations in Bitcoin, Bitcoin for membership on Ghost, or paywall articles. So the initial connection will be the same for all 3, but then they will branch out and we will show each and every one separately. So feel free to skip to the relevant part if, for example, you don't want to watch how we set up donation buttons, or you don't want to watch how we do memberships, you want to do paywall, feel free to skip to that part in the video. With that in mind, let's now go to our BTCPay Server and do first step, which is install Ghost plugin for BTCPay Server. So in your BTCPay Server, go to plugin section, manage plugins, and then search for Ghost plugin. You'll see BTCPay Server by Ghost, click install, and of course, if you're a server admin, you will need to install plugins. If you're running a third-party hosted BTCPay Server, you can ask your admin to install the Ghost plugin for you. Just contact them and they should be able to enable it. And they should be able to enable the plugin for you. If you're an admin, of course, let's restart the server so the changes apply. This may take a few moments. In case you get 502 bad gateway, that means the server still hasn't started, so give it some time. Okay, let's start again. Once the plugin is installed, just click Ghost in the side menu and we'll be ready to connect Ghost to our BTCPay. So now go to your Ghost admin panel, go to settings at the bottom, click on the wheel here, and scroll all the way to the bottom until you see advanced settings here, integrations. Then click add custom integration and name your integration. You can name it BTCPay Server, click add. And now Ghost has created API keys that we need to port in our BTCPay Server. So first and foremost, we have content API key, copy it, go to your BTCPay Server, content API key, paste it here, go back to your Ghost admin, copy the admin API key, and then copy the URL. You can just copy this part here for now. So copy, paste it here. There is no need to post anything in the webhook secret for now. So when you go back to the admin panel, remember that you need to click Save. Once you click Save, go back to BTCPay, click Save here, and you will see a success message that the plugin successfully updated. You will see webhook secret automatically populated here for you. And then we also tell you here, what you need to do. We say in Ghost Admin Portal, go to Settings, Code Injection, open site header, and paste this script. So make sure to copy the entire script here and go to Settings, Code Injection. You can also just click the link here. It should open automatically the section of code injection. Click Open. I already had it pasted, so paste it here. Click Save. Don't forget to do that. And now our integration with BTCPay Server and Ghost is working. What I will show you next is 3 different use cases, as I already mentioned. So the first one will be using Ghost to accept Bitcoin donations. Go back to your BTCPay Server Ghost plugin, and at the bottom you will see donation URL. Make sure to copy this one and go back to your Ghost account. In your Ghost now, you can paste this URL anywhere on your website. Let's assume that I want to create, for example, a new post, test. You write some text here, text, and let's say that you want to have donation button here. So what you would do simply is find a button text, donate Bitcoin, for example. You can name it any way you want, and then just paste the URL that BTCPay plugin generated. Once you publish your post, you will be able to see or preview how it looks for your readers. So now on any page, or for example in this blog post, whoever wants to donate in Bitcoin can click Bitcoin. We will generate a QR for them to donate. So they can select various payment methods. This depends really on your BTCPay Server configuration of your wallet. What I will do now here is just scan. I will add a custom amount in my wallet, for example, and send it. This is very straightforward how to set up the Bitcoin donation in Ghost. Let's now see how we can set up paywall content. All right, to ensure that you can have a paywall content, just make sure that you already copied and pasted this script in, as we did in one of the initial setup steps, and paste it in code injection, open site header. Once you did that, go back to your Ghosts. So if you already did the initial setup, setting up paywall content is pretty straightforward now. As I said, our documentation already covers how to do this, and we have the code here. So just go under the payment paywall on Ghost, and you'll find a code that you will need to copy, and then go to your Ghost posts. And let's say that we want to create a new post, maybe paywall test. You can start writing test, and then you can paste the script here. One thing to note is that the script needs to be added as HTML. So click Add HTML, then paste the script. Otherwise, it's going to be visible here in your post. And here you can modify a lot of things. For example, you can modify the price. You can set up, for example, whatever the currency you set up in store. In my case, that's, I believe, USD. You can add all sorts of content. Bear in mind that it needs to be formatted as HTML, but you can use any very easy tools or AI to convert the text you wrote in the post to HTML. And once you do that, just make sure that you add any content here in between that you wish to add. So you can add, paragraph, and then you can write one more paragraph, test, or you can modify it basically any way you want. As long as it is within these containers here, it's basically gated. One thing to note is also that this code here doesn't fully protect users who may want to read your blog. If they're technically savvy, they can modify this and circumvent the paywall. But yeah, that's another topic if they want to do that or they want to support your work. But this is the case with most paywalls anyway. We're just putting a disclaimer to be sure that this can be circumvented by a technically savvy user, unfortunately. So once we did that, let's publish our post, preview it. And then as you see, we will see that it's a premium content. They will need to click, your user will need to click Unlock with Bitcoin, in which case we will pop up an invoice for them to scan. They can select the payment method. I will do that as well. Now I'm paying from one of my wallets, making a payment. And as you see, once you close it, you can read the content. Great way to earn some Bitcoin from your blog. Let's now move on to the final use case or how you can use Bitcoin integrations within Ghost, and that is to manage memberships of your blog. Before we start setting up memberships in Ghost, it is important to note that currently Ghost membership is tightly coupled to Stripe's API, which means in order to properly use memberships, you need to connect your Ghost account to Stripe. And I will explain in a moment what this means. But basically, while we can handle subscriptions on the BTCPay side and send notifications and everything, we cannot automatically delete or deactivate users in Ghost when subscription ends. And that is because Ghost simply doesn't provide yet a way for us to do so. This basically means that once you set up Bitcoin memberships in Ghost, you will need to do a little bit of admin management manually, unfortunately. And if in the future they open up the API calls for this, we will definitely update our plugin. But for now, bear in mind that while people can pay for memberships in Bitcoin, if their membership expires, you as an admin will get a notification that you need to deactivate them manually in Ghost. And this notification will come in a form of a plugin notification in BTCPay or an email directly to the admin of the store. With that in mind, let's go ahead and set up Ghost memberships and Bitcoin. The first step we have to do is go to our BTCPay Server plugin and copy this membership URL. Go back to your Ghost admin, head back to settings, and then find portal settings here. One more thing to note as well as we set this up, if you connected already and if you're an existing Ghost user, you connected Stripe and you set up different payment tiers, this will be reflected in your BTCPay or Bitcoin plugin as well. Basically, if you set up here several tiers, $10, $12 a month or whatnot, it will be reflected on our end as well. But in order to create them, you unfortunately need to connect with Stripe. So while in this demo I will not do this, I do recommend, and I assume that most of the people using Ghost for membership rely already on Stripe and have already connected it and have a way and basically you've created the tiers already for all of this. So in this video I will not create it, but it is highly recommended that you do so because you will be very limited if you don't enable connection by Stripe in terms of like you will not be able to set up custom tiers and so on. Anyway, with this in mind, let's click on Customize. And now you will see here display notice as a sign up. Basically, we will need to notify users that they can sign up in Bitcoin as well for if you want to pay subscription in Bitcoin, please follow this link. So basically you can customize this text when you want to link to the membership URL, just do this. And then anybody signing up for membership will have a way to go back to a separate, and you will see this in a moment, page and pay for memberships. Once you customize this, you can click Save. And you can close the portal. Now we will need to configure webhooks. And why is this important? It is important because webhook is a way for BTCPay Server plugin to be notified that a member has been removed from Ghost. So, for example, once their subscription expires, you will receive a notification that you can remove them in Ghost. And once you do that, Ghost will have a webhook to notify BTCPay Server and basically remove or deactivate them there as well. So let's set up a webhook. Go back to your Ghost in BTCPay. You will see webhook URL. Make sure to copy this. And now go to Ghost admin panel. Go to integrations. And if you remember, in one of the first setups under custom integration tab here, we created our custom integration. Here you will need to add a webhook. Name this webhook member updated. Select an event as well. You will need to select member updated. So now you paste the target URL here, go back to the plugin, and also copy this secret here as well. And make sure to paste it. Click add. We will now need to create another webhook, which will be member deleted. This webhook will be basically removing a member from the BTCPay server once you remove it from Ghost. And unfortunately, as I already mentioned, there is no to do it other way around. So let's name it member deleted. Again, you can paste secret here and then go back for the URL. Make sure to copy the webhook URL. Oh, okay, I closed it. Let's do that again. Member deleted. Target URL and secret would basically be, again, here. Click add. And once you added both member updated and deleted, click save. Once you saved, you can close the window. So let's say that somebody really enjoys your content. They want to subscribe as a member to your Ghost blog. They'll click subscribe. And now if you want, if you remember, they will see the link here if they want to subscribe in Bitcoin, so they can follow the link here. They can add their email. I'll add mine. I'll add my email. Server.org. They can select the tier. And it is very important. Now, if you have multiple tiers here selected or created in Stripe, this is what user would see. And they can create an account, create a subscription. We will generate, BTCPay Server will generate an invoice for them. They can pay with a payment method of their choice. I will choose Lightning this time and pay. Invoice has been now settled and their subscription is now activated. What they can do now is simply sign in from here. In your BTCPay Server as an admin, you will now see, of course, that in the Ghost that you received a new sign up through BTCPay. And if you go back to your BTCPay member, you will now see that you have an active subscription. You will also see when their subscription needs to renew and so on. You can view their subscription. One more thing that you can do is go to Ghost settings. What you will be able now, if you set up the email, so if you have set up email with this store, I've set up it with my Gmail. I created Gmail's one-time password for this specific email. And once I connected my email through BTCPay, basically what will happen is that my store will be able to send, as I said, notifications to the user. So if we enable this, let's say 1 day before expiration starts to expires, you can send them an email and notify them to renew it. And just to show you how this will look as well from your admin side, since my subscription hasn't expired, but yeah, basically in the BTCPay server admin, you will see all the members. And once you see this notification in your admin, it means that you will need to manually remove member or manage a member in Ghost. It's a little bit of overhead, but this is the only way to do it without being burdened by Stripe API and depending on Stripe too much, because yeah, Stripe is not available everywhere and it's very hard to integrate properly this. But in the future, we hope that we will. So yeah, that's it. You can now, if you wish to remove a member, for example, you can do that. You can manage a member, and if you by any chance wish to remove them from your newsletter or whatnot, this will be reflected in your Ghost subscription admin here as well. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If in case you need support or have any questions, feel free to let us know. We have a support channel on Telegram and on Mattermost, which is also a self-hosted platform. So feel free to reach out in case you need any support with regards to integrating Ghost with your Bitcoin or BTCPay server. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.